Kumusta? Mabuhay! Magandang gabi and maligayang pagbabalik sa aking channel. Ako po si Ovela. I am your host, Ovela, and I'm really happy to see you today for this video. So, yes, it is true that I've been reacting to a lot of BBM videos, but it's for a few good reasons. The first one is because his content is requested a lot on my channel. The second reason is because I feel like his team really knows how to promote him not only in the Philippines but also for foreigners, you know. It's simple. It's because they either speak in English in the video, so he expresses himself a lot in English, and actually because there are subtitles. It's easy for foreigners to understand what BBM is saying. I don't react to him because I have some type of affiliation or allegiance to BBM, not at all, okay? Because I'm only a bystander here trying to learn more about the Philippines and the Filipino politic landscape, you know? But I've been wanting to learn about other candidates, all right? But I've been having a hard time finding content that was translated, you know, from other candidates. But there is a video of LENI ROBREDO, who is the current vice president and who's also running to become the next president. And I found two videos. Well, actually, two videos were sent to me. So it is the Tony Gonzaga interview with LENI Robredo, and the title is called "What VP Leni is Looking Forward to in 2022." So I'm hoping to learn more about Leni, but also about her intentions towards the Philippines and the Filipinos if she ever becomes president. And the next video that I will be reacting to, yes, today it's a 2-in-1, so it's a very long video because the interview is 32 minutes long and the second video is about 4 minutes and a half long, and it's called Pink's in show of force for Leni Robredo in Pink Sunday rally. So it's a video of Leni Robredo's rally, just like the one that I reacted to for BBM. For BBM, it was day 1, and this one apparently is not day 1. It's like day 6 or something like that did not take place in Manila, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go, okay? I'm very excited. Apparently there are subtitles for both videos, so it's going to be great. But before we start, consider following me on Instagram at Music Game News, because that is where you can DM me your suggestions. Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna start with the interview, okay? Let's go. The episode was taken before ECQ July 5th, 2021. Tony, the guest, the staff, and crew underwent PCR testing before the day of shoot. Safety protocols were practiced during the interview. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I think it's cool, you know, the fact that Tony interviewed most of the candidates, even though she is clearly for BBM, you know. I think it shows her, you know, good work ethic.
Alam niyo po, isang malaking karangalan na napagbigyan niya tayo ngayong araw. She sits on the second highest position in our country, and it's truly an honor na makausap ko po ang ating Vice President, Ma'am Leni Robredo.
By the way, congratulations to Leni Robredo for being vice president. It's a huge feat, man, for a woman to be vice president in this world, which is a shame. I think women should be able to be whatever they want, you know. They want to become president, that's no problem, you know. And it would be nice to have a woman as a president of the Philippines, in my opinion, you know. I just find that women are just more sensible, man, compared to men.
Hi po, Ma'am Leni.
Hi, Tony. Thank you for having me today.
Naku, kami po ang nagpapasalamat na pinapasok niyo po kami sa inyong napakagandang opisina na para ng warehouse sa dami ng donation.
I was about to say, kasi talagang maganda yung office namin na to, pero since the pandemic started, ganito na yung itsura niya.
Ang dami pong nagpapadala ng donations.
At ano yun, more than a year na, tuloy-tuloy pa din.
Anong oras po nagsisimula ang araw niyo, Ma'am Leni?
Ngayong pandemic, 7 o'clock na, kasi meron kaming telemedicine, and yung duty ko gabi. Tumutulong ako sa emergency. So, nag-duty ako mga until 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Damn,
so, ngayon,
girl.
mas late na ako, gumigising. Pero ngayon, parang nakabalik na kami.
Wait, what? Waking up at 7 a.m. is late? Is she crazy? If you sleep at 2 or 3 in the morning, waking up at 7 a.m. is not late.
Sa normal. So, 8, 9, andito na.
Okay,
Ang ganda pala ng totoong pangalan ninyo. Maria Leonor Santo Tomas.
Alam na alam mo.
Robredo.
It is so freaking long. Maria Leonor Santo Tomas Herona Robredo. Man, the Hispanic influence is so strong.
Oo.
Ang ganda po ng pangalan. Saan daw po nakuha yung pangalan na yun? Very makabayan.
Oo nga eh. Ay, alam ko yung Leonor, pangalan yun ng grandmother ko on my father's side. Namatay siya, 9 years old pa lang yung dad ko. So, sa kanya ako pinangalan. Yung Maria, lahat kasi kami, pati yung sister ko sunod sa akin, may Maria din. Tapos yung Santo Tomas was my mother's maiden name.
Tapos judge po pala ang tatay ninyo.
For a long time. Ano siya, regional trial court judge until he retired at the age of 70.
70? That's
Yung nanay
late.
niyo po, anong trabaho noon?
Teacher.
At what age do Filipinos retire? You know, in most countries it's around 62 years old.
Yung nanay ko taught from the time she was 18. So from the age of 18 until she was 82. She
Wow.
was teaching.
That's
Nag-retire siya at
amazing.
the age of 65.
Okay.
Pero after her retirement, nagtuturo pa din siya sa graduate school.
You know, most people retire, you know, around the age of 60, but they still continue to work a little bit, you know, they can't stop. Just like my dad, you know, like he retired at the age of 62, but he kept working after, you know, as a contractor.
Stricto po ba ang tatay niyo?
Istrikto yung tatay ko. Pero parang hindi gaya ni Daddy Bonoy.
Who's Daddy Bonoy?
Istrikto siya in the sense na very present sa buhay namin. Ang gusto ko sabihin, he was okay na lalabas kami. Okay siyang lalabas ako ng gabi, pero siya yung driver namin. Judge na siya at that time. Parang wala namang kaming curfew, pero siya maghahatid sa lahat.
Daddy's girl po kayo.
Oo.
Kasi
Sobra.
eldest po kayo, no?
Eldest.
Yes.
She
Ang
was
mga
the
eldest
eldest.
po kasi merong yung sense of responsibility.
Totoo.
Bata pa lang.
Totoo.
Yeah.
Po ba?
Saka ako lang kasi sa aming magkakapatid yung nag-abogado.
Opo.
So, siguro tingin ng daddy ko, ako yung extension niya.
Yes. Opo. Pero nung bata po kayo, ano talaga yung pangarap niyo?
Ako mag-abogado. Hindi siguro
yun na po.
pangarap, pero parang na-impose kasi siya sa akin. Naalala ko nung maliliit pa kami, parang sa aming tatlo kami magkakapatid eh. Parang sinasabi ng parents ko na ako yung pinakamasipag mag-aral.
Opo.
Pero nung bata pa kami, ako yung sobrang hilig magbasa. Mahiyain ako eh.
Introvert po kayo?
Sobra. Kaya yung kwento mo
Opo.
na tahimik ka din, tapos minsan na napapagkam.
It's interesting that an introvert person becomes a vice president, you know, because as a vice president, you have to, you know, to be comfortable meeting other people and maybe even talking publicly and stuff like that. So those are not the task of an introvert, you know, it's more like the task of an extrovert.
Amalan ka na
Snobbish,
mataray.
yeah.
Actually very introverted ako.
Pero nung college po, you took a degree in economics sa UP Diliman, di
Oo.
ba?
Ang nangyari noon, nung year na nag-graduate ako from college, nag-EDSA.
Opo,
So
revolution.
dapat didiretso ako ng law school eh. Parang all my life, yun na talaga yung plano. Pero alam mo sa UP kasi, naging very active ako sa mga demonstration. Parang
Demonstration.
ramdam ko yung from the time that Ninoy was assassinated hanggang sa EDSA, parang ramdam ko na I was part of it. So, ano nangyari yung EDSA revolution? Gusto ko na magtrabaho sa gobyerno.
Ilan taon po kayo noon?
21.
21.
So, sabi ko, gusto ko magtrabaho sa gobyerno. Akala ko hindi papayag yung tatay ko. After graduation, nagpaalam ako. Pumayag.
Diba?
Pumayag siya, pero ang agreement namin, 1 year lang.
1 year lang.
Sabi niya, sige, subukan ng 1 year, pero maglo-law school ka na after. Yan yung usapan.
Parang-
Na-meet ko yung asawa ko.
Yes, sa Bicol River Basin
Basin.
Development Program. Siya po
Yes.
ang
Siya yung boss.
Siya yung boss niyo.
Oh,
Researcher po
okay.
kayo.
Oo. Economic researcher ako.
Oh my God, she married her boss.
He was much older than I am. 7
Ilan
years,
years?
7 years older siya.
Na-meet niyo po siya, 20.
Oh, that's okay. 7 years is not that bad.
So, 28 siya at that
28
time.
siya noon.
Oh,
Natakot ako sa
that's not that bad. I have a cousin. I remember when she was 21, she married her husband who was 32. At the time, I thought it was a huge difference. Yeah, it still is. But, you know, now I'm used to it. When people have that much of a difference, you know, age-wise, I'm like, as long as you're both consenting adults, right?
kanya, pero na-impress ako during the interview.
Dahil po?
Kasi meron akong dala na recommendation letter from the governor. Pagpasok ko sa kanya, parang nakakunot na kaagad yung noo niya for an interview. Hawak-hawak niya yung recommendation ng letter ng governor. Tapos ang tinatanong niya sa akin, what's this? Tapos so ako, nung una hindi ko pa-gets. Parang napaka-slow ko at that time. So ilang beses ako nagtanong, sir, what do you mean? Tapos pinakita niya sa akin, tapos parang binuhusan ako ng tubig. Tapos parang sinasabi niya sa akin, bakit kailangan ito? Di ba umuwi ka, parang, di ba sinabi mo doon sa application mo na umuwi ka because you wanted to be part of the change that was happening? Tapos ito yung pinaglaban natin eh. Yun yung sinabi niya. So, akala ko hindi ako matatanggap. Parang on hindsight, tingin ko doon ako na-impress. Doon ako na-impress kasi kalakaran naman talaga sa maraming mga government offices yung i-recommend ka ng kakilala. Tapos parang eye-opener din siya sa akin na, oops, nakakahiya pala yung ginawa ko.
So, ilang years po niyo siya naging boss?
Ay, sandali lang.
Sandali lang.
Kasi naalala ko, nag-apply. First time ko siya na-meet June.
Opo.
Natanggap ako August na. Tapos, the first time he asked me out was September. Sobrang impressed ako noon kasi parang masyadong old-fashioned.
Traditional
Kasi,
po ang asawa
oo.
niyo, sabi niyo eh.
Sobra. Tapos, nung tumawag siya sa phone, for the first time, syempre ako, sir, kasi boss ko yun eh. Parang ang tinanong niya kung nandun yung parents ko. So, sabi ko, andito. So, nagpapaalam siya, can I come? Sabi ko, bakit, sir? Kasi parang sila ng dad ko, magkakilala sila eh. So, sabi ko, what about? Sabi niya, gusto niya sana akong imbitahin. Bago niya ako imbitahin, gusto niyang mag-ask ng permission from my parents. So, yun. Pero after nung concert na yon, parang everyday na siya bumibisita sa bahay namin. Before Christmas, pinag-uusapan na namin kasal.
Oh.
Ano yan? So sobrang whirlwind siya.
Oo nga po, yun po yung description.
Damn, it
yun sa
went
love story.
fast.
It's a whirlwind romance.
Kasi
It
gusto
went by
niya nang
fast.
mamanhikan ng Christmas.
So, in-interview niya kayo June. Na-hire
natanggap
kayo ng
ako
August. September, he asked you out. December.
Gusto niya nang mamanhikan.
How is that even possible? That's way too speedy. You know, it's way too fast. You cannot know a person in a few months. How can you ask them for marriage after a few months? You know, I think personally, I know this is not something you can do everywhere because of traditions and culture and religion, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm aware of that. But in my opinion, you only really know a person if you live with that person at least 2 years. At least 2 years.
So, hindi pumayag yung dad ko.
Oh!
Sinabihan ko siya na huwag ka na magpumilit.
He said no?
Hindi talaga payag
Oh,
yung dad.
shit.
Tapos naalala ko, magkakaroon ng congressional, parang the first congressional
Rejected.
elections. So, sinabi nung asawa ko na, okay, so hindi muna ako pupunta, pero after the elections, dadalhin ko na yung parents ko kahit ayaw ng dad mo. So, ganun nga yung ginawa niya. Right after the elections, dala niya na yung magulang niya. So, wala nang choice in that.
Pero may pinangako po siya sa tatay niyo, di ba?
So, sinabi ng asawa ko na, judge pa yung tawag niya sa daddy ko before judge. Kahit po mag-asawa na kami, I will make sure na mag-aabogado pa din yung anak niyo.
Nice.
And he made do with the promise. Kasi right after siya mamanhikan, in-enroll niya na ako sa law school.
Okay, wow.
Kasi nung na-engage kami, nag-resign ako from the office. Kasi unethical na, 'di ba? Parang yung boss yung
and-
fiancé mo.
Yeah.
Ano po yung isang bagay na nagustuhan niyo sa kanya?
Ako yung very prince.
But I still like how it's like, oh, it's either your father or your husband have to tell you what to do or give you permission to do things, you know? She's a grown-ass woman, man. If she does not want to become a lawyer, she doesn't want to become a lawyer. If she wants to marry that guy, she marries that guy. You know, this old school mentality where everything has to go through the man. Yeah.
Si Polde. Nakita ko kung gaano kasipag, nakita ko kung gaano kasimple. Kahit yung early days pa lang, when we were just starting to date, alam ko na ito yung gusto ko mapangasawa. Siya talaga yung nag-push sa akin na maging masaya ako. Ang gusto ko sabihin, masaya hindi lang with him, pero maging masaya ako sa sarili ko. And I think that's very important. Para alam niya na siguro I will be a happier wife if I was happy with myself. Dati kasi
Happy wife, happy life.
nasa PAW ako, sa Public Attorney's Office. Pag ang Saturdays ko, whole day, nasa jail ako. Hindi siya nagrereklamo.
Jail areas.
In fact, merong one time na meron akong kliyente na mag-asawa na nanganak Christmas Eve. Nanganak sa jail ng Christmas Eve.
Pumunta kayo?
Oo, doon kami nag-Christmas Eve. Kasama ko yung asawa ko sa
talaga
mga
po?
anak ko.
Parang he was the kind of husband who allowed you to become the person you really wanted to be.
So alam mo, parang
See, man, it's those terms. He's the kind of husband that allowed you. Allow? What? No. You don't allow me. You don't have control over me. And it goes both ways, you know? The husband doesn't allow the woman, and the woman doesn't allow the husband. We're two free, different people. Oh my God! Marriage is it's a team effort. You know, it's what's the word that I'm looking for? But I mean, I know they don't mean these things in a negative way, but still, I don't know why these words kind of bother me a little bit.
parang sa kanya mahalaga lagi kung ano yung gusto ko.
So it must have been very difficult when August 18
Wait, did he pass?
Oo naman.
happened.
Sobra.
So August 18, no morning, may naramdaman po ba kayo that
Wala.
something different that day?
That particular Saturday, yung bunso namin had a swimming competition. Wala pa sa lahat ng mga anak ko, mga piano recital, violin recital, swimming, walang minimiss yung asawa ko. Pero that particular Saturday na may swimming competition, pupunta siya ng Cebu. Pupunta siya ng Cebu because he was representing the president.
Yeah.
He felt so guilty na hindi siya
He was representing the president? Wait, her husband used to be vice president as well or something? Or he had a role in the government?
makakarating sa swimming event. Na ang sinasabi niya, nahahabol siya. Ever since, takot na takot ako sa plane rides.
Ay.
Yung sa amin,
Is this a Kobe Bryant type of thing? Or a Aaliyah type of thing?
alam mo yun, pag mag-aeroplano ako, parang 2 days bago nun, may anxiety na ako. So pag mag-aeroplano ako, pag gumagalaw yung leaves sa treetops, ayaw ko na mag-aeroplano. Kasi gusto sabihin, mahangin. So, nung DILG secretary yung asawa ko, he had to ride small planes,
Okay.
mga
Helicopters,
choppers.
yes.
So, sobrang kontra ako. hindi siya dapat mag-eeroplano kasi nasa Cebu siya. I told him, gusto niyang maghanap ng small plane para makahabol siya sa swimming competition. And I told him, wag na kasi wala ka nang maaabutan. Kasi matatapos siya hapon pa eh. So ako, I was expecting na may ticket na siya Cebu Pacific back to Manila. So umuwi na kami ng anak ko from the swimming competition. Nakita ko yung staff niya sa bahay namin. Sabi ko, bakit andito kayo? Bukas pa siya dadating. Sabi nung staff, padating po siya ngayon. Wala namang afternoon flight sa amin at that time. So alam ko na magsa-small plane na naman siya. Tinawagan ko siya. I was reprimanding him. Sabi ko magbabiyahe ka daw ngayon, mag-eeroplano ka. Sabi ko, akala ko nag-usap na tayo. Sabi niya, gusto kong humabol. Nakasakay na daw siya. Ang sabi niya sa akin, no hurry. Kasi mabagal naman yung plane kasi maliit. Dadating kami, parang hindi ko na masyado maalala pa, 4:20 yata.
So,
parang mga 3 pa lang yan eh. Right after I took a bath.
May naramdaman po ba kayo?
Wala pa akong naramdaman. Nag-drive na ako papuntang airport. Yung airport was about 15 or 20 minutes away. Nung malapit na ako sa airport, as in malapit na, tumawag siya. Text muna. Sabi niya, pabalik yung plane sa Cebu. Doon ako kinabahan. Pero hindi pa masyado. Pero all the time that I was driving home, I was calling him. Cannot be reached. Pagpasok ko ng driveway sa bahay, nag-ring yung phone niya. Sumagot siya. Pero hindi niya ako pinasalita. Ang sabi niya lang, kasi yung tawag niya sa akin, Mama, tawagan na lang kita, may inaasikaso lang. Sabi niya, may inaasikaso. So, okay. Sabi ko, sige, tawagan na lang. Binawa ko na yung phone. Umakyat na ako sa kwarto. So, sabi ng anak ko, kasi bumalik ako, asan si Papa? Sabi ko, bumalik yung plane sa Cebu, pero tawagan daw tayo kung ano instructions. Sabi ko nga sa anak ko, di pagbalik, sama ka na pagsundo. Siguro mga 10-15 minutes after noon, nung nakausap ko siya, tumawag yung security niya. Oo, tumawag yung security niya. Ang tanong niya sa akin, Ma'am, nakausap po ba si Sir? Sabi ko sa kanya, 5 minutes ago. Pero apparently, mas longer. Siguro mga 15 minutes na. Sabi ko, bakit? Sinabi niya na. Sabi niya, Ma'am, meron kami na-receive na report na may sighting na may small plane na bumagsak sa dagat.
Oh my God!
Nung kausap ko yung security, hindi pa. At sinabi ko lang, sila kaya yun? Kasi hindi pa nagsasink in. So sabi nung security, sana ma'am hindi.
Oh my God.
Sabi niya, I will update you once may balita na. Pero when I put down the phone, that was when
Rest in peace, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to learn about this. This is just terrible, terrible, terrible.
I realized na
Oh my God.
baka siya yon. When I put down the phone, parang alam mo yon, yung parang nag-jelly yung buong katawan ko.
Ang lambot.
Tapos sinitingnan ko yung anak ko, naglalaro on top of our bed kasi nasa bedroom ako. Tapos syempre hindi ko masabi. Tapos sinabi ko na lang, anak, magdasal tayo. Sabi niya, bakit? Sabi ko, parang may nangyari sa plane ni Papa. Umiiyak na yung anak ko.
Ilang taon po siya noon?
12. So sabi niya, Mama, punta tayo sa church. Tapos sabi ko, anak, hindi ko kayang mag-drive. Tapos ang naisip ko na syempre yung dalawang andito. Tinatawagan ko yung panganay ko, nagre-ring lang yung phone, hindi sumasagot. Ayokong tawagan yung second. Kasi yung second, yung closest.
Daddy's girl.
Finally, nag-return call si Aika. Tapos sabi ko, bakit hindi ka sumasagot? Sabi niya, nasa Araneta Coliseum ako, nanonood ako ng Ateneo FEU game. Tapos so, hindi ko syempre, ang hirap niyang, tapos I seldom call her. Nagte-text lang ako. Sabi niya, Mama, may problema ba? Sabi ko, parang may na-aksidente yung plane ni Papa.
Wow.
Tapos umiiyak na siya. Sabi niya, hindi pwede. Tapos sabi ko, pinapagalitan ko pa. Wala na tayong magagawa. Ang magagawa na lang natin, magdasal. Ayun, parang na siya, parang
Blur na lahat.
blur na lahat. Yung
Blur na
3
lahat.
days na nawawala. Tapos, sobrang roller coaster yung emotions. Kasi, syempre, dahil hindi pa nahahanap yung body niya, a part of you
Hoping.
is hope. Hindi lang a part of you, pero parang ang feeling mo, buhay pa siya. Pero ako, nung night na yon, alam ko na nawala na
No,
siya.
August 18.
Mm-mm.
You
Parang,
felt it?
oo. Parang everyone was still hoping. Pero yung para sa akin, alam ko na nawala. Siguro until now, hindi ako nakapag-grieve properly. Kaya siguro ang hirap mag-move on. Pag alis niya, ano mo yun, parang sabitan ng damit na ginamit sa back ng door ng room. Meron siyang isang denim pants, saka isang parang basketball shorts. Kasi nag-treadmill daw bago umalis. Na naiwan doon. Alam mo, until now, nandun pa siya.
Oh my
For the longest
God.
time, yung siguro mga 75% of the cabinet space was full of his clothes.
That's so
Nasa
sad.
Congress na ako, hindi ko pa kayang alisin. Na yung mga clothes ko, ang iba nasa maleta. Na every time I would need, bubuksan ko yung maleta, kukuha ako. Kasi nandun yung clothes niya. So I think, hindi kami nakapag-grieve, pati mga anak ko, hindi kami nakapag-grieve ng maayos. Kasi yung turn of events after the plane crash, sobrang bilis for us. Mahirap pala yung ganon. Mahirap yung hindi mo kinonfront yung grief. Kasi it feels like you cannot move on.
Parang sabi po nila, when you lose a loved one, especially a very special person in your life, you never move on from the pain. You just learn to live.
Live with it. Ganon sa amin. And parang sometimes yung mga ordinary things, hindi siya yung big things eh.
The
Hindi siya
smallest
yung big.
things.
Oo.
What are the smallest things that you...
Ako yung everyday.
Pakarga na.
Asawa kasi hindi siya palalabas. Hindi siya walang barkada. Kami lang talaga. So alam mo yun, yung everyday sa bahay, pati yung pagpanood ng TV, parang lahat mo ma-associate with him, ay sayang wala si Papa na eto sana magugustuhan niya. Halimbawa, yung nagka-Netflix na, kasi before wala pa Netflix. So nung nagka-Netflix na, sasabihin ng sayang, hindi niya inabutan yung Netflix.
As a husband po,
Siguro pag nagma-migraine ako, kasi grabe yung migraines ko. And pag nagma-migraine ako, kahit nasa office siya, tatawagan ko siya. Kasi hindi na ako nadadala nung iniinom na gamot. So meron siyang klaseng massage na tinuro sa kanya, yung parang pressure. Siya yung gumagawa nun. So nung wala na siya, wala nang gagawa.
last year po you posted something. Nung August 18, 2020, it was the 8th year of his death anniversary.
9 years na today.
And your caption was, "It's like you never left."
Oo.
So you feel his presence to this
Saka
day.
siya kasi may may visual na representation. Halimbawa, every time there is a birthday or an anniversary or we're going through a rough time, merong brown moth sa loob ng bahay namin. And alam mo yon, we live many floors up sa condo. So, pero may butterfly sa loob namin na brown. Ano yung brown? Ordinary na brown moth. Pero every time na, halimbawa, yung before I decided to run for the vice presidency, yung mga anak ko, iyak ng several
They didn't
days.
want.
They didn't want. That was a very difficult time for us. During all that time, yung brown butterfly nasa amin. So,
Wow.
para sa amin, parang pag
It's
andyan
watching
siya,
over you.
source of comfort. Na parang assurance na andito lang ako.
Do you talk to the butterfly?
Oo. Halimbawa, yung latest, about, siguro birthday niya ba yun o wedding anniversary namin, andyan na naman. So, nandun siya sa pintuan ng kwarto namin. Nakita ko siya nung papasok ako ng gabi.
Yung butterfly?
Oo. So, ako, sinabi ko, Pa, akala ko nakalimutan mo na kami. Tapos pagpasok ko sa pinto, sinabi ko, gusto mong sumama sa loob. Hindi naman siya umalis. Hindi siya pumasok sa kwarto, nandun lang siya sa labas. Pero laging ganon. So, para sa amin, parang hindi siya umalis.
That's
So,
beautiful.
noong 2015 po, everyone was against it. Your whole family, your kids,
Oo.
nag-priest counseling. They didn't want you to run for
Oo.
VP.
Why?
What made you decide to pursue it pa
Ako
rin?
lang, parang I felt na I had to. I've always been very religious. I was the type who'd go to church as often as I can. Pero na-realize ko when my husband died, religious lang pala ako. Pero hindi ako parang iba yung level ng spirituality. Pero yung namatay siya, umibang grabe. Pero alam mo, nung namatay yung asawa ko, parati na akong thy will be done. Pati yung fear ko of flying nawala. Oh, ironically kasi he died sa plane crash and I was so scared of airplanes. Nung nawala siya, alam mo, syempre, during the campaign, until now, I have to ride small planes, I have to ride choppers, na ang ibang mga chopper na sinasakyan ko, ang description ko, parang washing machine sa liit.
Nawala siya. Di ba sabi niyo po, Ma'am Leni, after your husband passed away, ang mga prayers niyo na, thy will be done. When you were proclaimed as the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, what was your prayer nung kinausap niyo uli si Lord?
Ang sinabi ko na lang, hindi ko alam kung bakit pinapagawa mo to sa akin, pero alam ko na parang in my heart, alam ko na ito yung gusto mo sa akin ipagawa. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung purpose, pero bahala ka na, turuan mo na lang ako. Parang ganun lang yung aking mga dasal, na turuan mo na lang ako kung para makayanan. Tapos, when I was VP already, syempre maraming mga challenges na finish. Alam mo yun yung lalo na because I was at the receiving end of a lot of fake news. Alam mo yun, mahirap siya in the sense na syempre, nanay ako, widow ako, sasabihan ka na you have an affair with a married man. Ngayon, yung sinasabi ngayon, may affair ako with somebody na 18 years younger than I am. Alam mo yun?
So, how do you handle that po?
Ako kasi tingin ko, yung clear conscience,
She definitely does not strike me as a person who would do those kind of things. I mean, yes, I know you never really know a person, but still, I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of character, so I don't know.
is the best
Sabi niyo sa IG post niyo, it was a picture of your husband and you were hugging him. And ang caption niyo, sa 1,000 duda, ikaw ang nag-iisang tiyak.
Parang in-encapsulate niya din kasi kung ano yung role na piniplay ng asawa ko kahit wala na siya. Hindi lang sa buhay ko, pero sa buhay namin lahat. Kasi parang siya yung moral compass namin.
Kasi di ba po, when you became VP, there were so many narratives,
Oo,
lies,
oo.
criticisms that were thrown at you. It's so beautiful that you said, against all the lies and doubts,
Oo.
he's the only one that
Totoo
remains
yun.
true.
I think despite the difficulties, talagang parang blessing from above na sinastrengthen yung character mo. Kasi siguro, halimbawa, siguro sa vice presidency, kung naging madali sa akin lahat, siguro yung ginagawa namin ngayon, hindi iba yung ginagawa namin. Ang gusto ko sabihin, halimbawa yung admin, parang very supportive.
Oh, yes.
Siguro hindi kami ganito kagigil.
Ka-motivated and
Ka-motivated.
driven.
Kasi alam namin na wala kami. Alam mo yon na we were able to come up with a program where we partner with the private sector.
Robredo raised 36.2 million pesos, but distributed over 400 PPES so far. I don't know what PPES stands for.
Sinabi niyo na natutunan niyo mula sa asawa niyo, na sabi niya, everything that happens in our life is a preparation for what is to come and where we are today.
Yes.
So kung kayo naman po ang tatanungin ko, what do you think was the biggest moment that really prepared you for the highest position that you have right now?
Ako tingin ko the death of my husband pa din. Kasi yung death niya talaga.
That's what I was going to tell you guys. You know, I mean, it's not easy to lose anyone that you care for, right? Whether it be a friend, even an acquaintance, or a member of the family, right? I always heard that the worst, death that someone can experience is a parent that loses their kid. When the kid dies before the parent is the worst feeling in the world. But I think that the one that's the closest to that is when a wife loses her husband or a husband loses his wife. So clearly, LENI ROBREDO went through a lot, and she's still standing, man. you know, with her head held up high. So yeah, I mean, just because of what she went through, maybe she's got what it takes, you know, to be the head of the Philippines. Who knows? I don't know.
Talaga, made me realize a lot of things. Kung merong lesson na nabigay
She's a
sa
strong
akin yung
woman.
death niya, yun sa akin kung ano talaga yung nakatakda, yun yung mangyayari.
Like a lot of other women could have crumbled, you know, after what happened, but she didn't.
Because nakatakda na siya, yung obligasyon natin, kung ano yung binibigay sa atin ngayon, we make the most out of it. Parang at the end of it all, parang I can always honestly say na I did my best in whatever was given to me.
Ano po yung pinaka-ayaw at pinaka-gusto nyong sinasabi sa inyo ng tao? Doon po tayo muna sa pinaka-ayaw nyong maririnig na sinasabi sa inyo ng mga tao.
Siguro na wala akong ginagawa. Kasi marami nagsasabi kontra lang ng kontra, wala namang ginagawa. Pinaka-ayoko yon dahil feeling ko natatawaran masyado yung ginagawa ng staff namin. Na nakikita ko, ang karamihan kasi sa staff ng Office of the Vice President, mga young people, young, idealistic people. Pero yung mga staff ko dito, mga, halimbawa, pag may disaster, mga hindi na umuuwi.
Dedicated talaga po.
Sobra. So, pag sinasabihan na wala akong ginagawa, feeling ko insulto sa kanila. So, I really take it personally. Ako para sa akin, yung mga sinasabi nyo na meron akong boyfriend na 18 years younger than I am, hindi naman
Tinatawanan
totoo. Pero hindi naman totoo, bahala kayo dyan. Pero pagdating sa trabaho, pag sinabi mong hindi ako nagtatrabaho ng maayos, dinadamay mo yung lahat ng staff. And I think, sobrang
So she cares more about her staff than herself.
unfair yun. Kasi wala naman silang pakialam sa politika ko. Alam mo yun? So sa akin, okay na yung personal. Pero pag trabaho, mag-aaway tayo.
Yung pinaka-gusto nyo naman pong naririnig na sinasabi sa inyo ng mga tao.
Siguro pagdating sa work, yung malinis. Malinis na pamamalakad. Halimbawa, recently, we were awarded for the 3rd straight year, yung highest audit rating ng COA. Ang laking bagay nun for us. Pag sinabi na, oy, okay yung OVP kasi malinis yung pamamahala. Ang ano ko, affirmation. Affirmation siya ng hindi affirmation ko, pero affirmation siya ng lahat na ginagawa namin dito.
Ano po yung pinaka-fulfilling na part bilang isang vice-presidente ng ating bansa?
Na we are able to change lives. Now that we're doing a lot of COVID response initiatives, diba, dito sa, meron nag-COVID positive, pinadalhan namin ng COVID care kit. Meron kami monitoring team, tinatawagan sila 2 times a day. Pag okay na sila, pag magaling na sila, paminsan magpapadala dito ng pagkain. Tapos sasabihin na maraming salamat po kasi nabuhay ako dahil sa tulong nyo. Yung ngayon kasi may dalawa kaming housing projects na ongoing. Ito yung mga natabunan ng lahar during the typhoon, saka yung mga nag-landslide. May natapos na kaming isang village sa Marawi. And ito, privately funded. Pag binisita mo, tapos very proud sila na meron na silang bahay, masasabihin nila, Ma'am, thank you talaga sa inyo kasi never namin na-imagine na sa buhay namin magkakaroon kami ng sariling house and lot. Now we can call our own. So, sobrang sobrang fulfilling. Parang it makes all the sacrifices worth it. Despite the ugliness, I still think it has been a great honor and privilege to have been given this chance na makatulong.
Hey, look at the traditional outfit.
Nagkaroon ako ng platform to help. So para sa akin, at the end of it all, no matter how yun nga, yung ugly the political environment is, at the end of it all, mas marami pa din yung ipapasalamat.
What are you looking forward po?
Parang ang iba nahihirapan paniwalaan yung sinasabi ko na wala pa akong desisyon. Para sa akin, kung ano yung gusto ng Panginoon, mangyayari yon.
You know, somehow I can kind of relate to LENI Robredo because, she's a woman and she became vice president, so she had an important role in the Filipino government. And when I was younger, my aunt, on my mother's side, had a major role in the Algerian government. So I've seen her struggles, what she went through as a woman in, amongst men in politics and everything. So there's this relation, that I have. So I can relate to Leni a little bit, like I can understand her.
When you step down po as the Vice President of the Philippines, ano po yung babaunin nyo sa buong experience nyo?
Ako yung sa akin kasi, Tony, hindi ko siya tinitingnan na parang personal accomplishment. Yung honor sa akin is not the position or the title. Pero yung honor sa akin is the platform that was given to me to make a difference in the lives of the communities and the people we help. So baon ko, ako number one ko talagang baon, yung quality ng civil servants that I work with. Kasi yun talaga, I think, is the greatest gift that was given to me, that Tapos yung pangalawa siguro, that I was given the opportunity to meet a lot of people and go to so many places na siguro kung hindi ako VP, hindi ko yun narating. And along the way, I've met so many inspiring people. And
So she's thankful for the
talaga,
experiences.
Yung appreciation sa power ng office, in the sense na klaro sa akin na yung office, ang obligasyon niya, ma-uplift yung buhay ng mga communities na pinuntahan namin. Sabi ko nga, kahit siguro wala na ako sa politika, pero maghahanap pa din ako ng ibang avenues na maipagpatuloy yung tulong na ginagawa namin doon. So, ganon. Sobrang grabing blessing.
Yes, a big blessing. Sa dami po ng mga accusations at mga sinasabi nila sa inyo. Pero kung kayo naman po ang tatanungin ko, if you were to finish this sentence, Vice President Leni Robredo is?
Ako is a Filipina who dreams of uplifting every other Filipino and Filipina. Yung sa akin, yun naman, wala na akong ibang hinangad eh. Wala na akong ibang hinangad, kundi na yung opportunities na available for me, sana maging available din sa kanila.
Okay, well, I did not expect this interview to go this way. I honestly thought that she'll be asking her questions about her candidacy, but that was not the case at all. They talked mostly about her life, about how she came up, to become vice president, about her relationship with her husband. Rest in peace. That was very sad, it was very sad. It was very sad. Really, really sad. I almost cried, to be honest. Again, I'm really sorry about that. But you can tell that she's a very strong woman because she didn't show any emotions really, and wow. And all that happened to her. She did not show any emotions. That's crazy. But yeah, I was hoping to learn a little bit more about her candidacy, and her plans, but we did not. Unfortunately, I would have loved to react to her interview with, what's his name? With Boy Abunda, right? Her interview with Boy Abunda. But it's mainly in Tagalog, so I cannot react to it, unfortunately, unless someone takes the time to translate it. But I would not ask anyone to do it because it's a lot of work, and it's an hour-long video. It's too much work. But if someone does it, yeah, don't hesitate to send it my way. So now, like I promised, we will be reacting to the second video, Pink's in show of force for Leni Robredo in Pink Sunday Rally. I hope you guys are ready. Let's do it.
sea of pink floods the sprawling grounds of the Quezon Memorial Circle.
Okay, so for BBM, it was red and green, and for LENI Robredo, it's pink, which is it's not original at all, right? Women, pink.
The iconic
cliché.
landmark in the Philippines' most vote-rich city that boasts over 1.4 million voters for the 2022 elections. Young and old, rich and poor, they press flesh.
Oh, this was, edited and produced by Rappler.com. I believe I've already read, a few posts and articles from this website.
Despite the threat of the coronavirus, to show support for presidential candidate and Vice President LENI Robredo during the Pink Sunday rally. It's a boost to the Robredo campaign in Quezon City, whose chief executive
I can't believe that these candidates are doing this, man. Even during the pandemic, just go out and, shake hands and hug and stuff. It's
Mayor
risky.
Joy Belmonte has yet to name her presidential bet in the heated 2022 race. But several city councilors are proudly wearing pink. An endorsement from Belmonte would be crucial for Robredo, as she lost to the late dictator's son, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., in the 2016 vice presidential contest by over 114,000 votes. President Rodrigo Duterte, one of Robredo's most vile critics, also won in Quezon City in 2016.
President Rodrigo Duterte, one of Robredo's most vile critics. So he doesn't really like her that much, huh? Because in one video that was presented by Al Jazeera, they said that President Duterte kind of sidelined LENI Robredo, even though she is the vice president,
Belmonte's local rival Mike Defensor is now backing Marcos for president,
It's
while
true.
her Vice Mayor Gian Soto is supporting Senator Panfilo Lacson, whose running mate is Gian's father, Senate President Vicente Soto III. But even without an endorsement from Belmonte, Robredo's eager supporters are out to show they can still win in Quezon City. And Robredo knows exactly how to hype them up
So they are in Quezon City.
by responding to the viral Len series of the
Len
Marcos
Len.
camp that mocks her work ethic.
Para po sa inyo,
What do they say about her work ethic?
talagang sinisipagan namin. Alam po natin na marami tayong kailangan trabahuhin, pero yung pinapakita niyong pagmamahal, yun yung nagbibigay sa amin ng lakas. Para araw-araw, gigising ng maaga, more than 18 hours magtatrabaho.
That's her response?
Alam ko na marami dito mas mahaba pang oras kaysa 18 hours ang tinatrabaho araw-araw. Pero ginagawa po natin yan para mas maraming mga kababayan natin ang makausap natin.
Robredo tells her kakampinks that her resolve to get rid of the old, rotten Philippine politics isn't just a promise. Her stellar track record at the office of the Vice President is proof of what she is truly capable of.
Ang sinasabi po natin ngayon, meron tayong resibo. Nung ako po nahalal bilang pangalawang Pangulo, hindi naging hadlang yung kawalan ng mandato, kawalan ng pera ng aming opisina para hindi kami makatulong.
Quezon City residents are not the only ones who came to support Robredo. The Progressive Makabayan Coalition is also in full force, their senatorial bet Nery Colmenares going all out for Robredo even if he has yet to share the stage with her. They come from other cities and provinces too.
Of course, to show support to BB Leni, dumayo po kami dito sa Quezon City. Ako po ay taga Pandacan, Manila. Actually, doon sa resibo na binanggit niya, Madam, yun po ay isang pagpapatunay na may kakayanan po si BB Leni na maging presidente ng Pilipinas at makatulong sa lahat ng mga Pilipino.
The Quezon City LGU later issues a reminder after the apparent health protocol breach due to the sheer size of the kakamping crowd. Robredo's campaign team quickly takes full responsibility, even if the rally was organized by the QC for LENI group.
Filipinos from all walks of life, from across Metro Manila and nearby provinces, they all flock to the heart of Quezon City to listen to Robredo. This is undoubtedly a show of force for the thousands of kakampings who showed up to say LENI Robredo will be the next Philippine president. Mara Cepeda, Rappler, Quezon City.
There you go. I hope that I won't have any issues with copyrights. If I have issues with copyrights, I might not keep this video in the, interview with the interview video. So we'll see. Hopefully I won't have any issues and you'll be able to see everything. So this was interesting, man. It's true. There was definitely a sea of pink, so a lot of people are clearly behind LENI Robredo as well. If I were a Filipino, I would weigh in, but I'm not. So, all I can say is hopefully the most qualified candidate wins this whole thing. Actually, man, it really bothers me because I also reacted to BBM's interview, with Boy Abunda. So at least I got a chance to see what his plans were for the Philippines. So I'd love to know what her plans are for the Philippines as well. This is annoying. So if there is a video that isn't like 2 hours or 3 hours long where she actually shares her plans and there are subtitles, or maybe she speaks in English, don't hesitate to send it to me. But I like her too, I like her too. She seems like a very, very strong woman, and from my experience, I tend to trust the instinct of women more than the instinct of men. There you go. Yeah. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on all of this. Respectfully, I know that politics is a heated topic, and I appreciate all the ones that keep contacting me and asking me not to react to politics stuff because, I am indirectly kind of endorsing or promoting, a candidate or something like that. No, I will not stop because that is not my intention. I really couldn't care less. I'm not here to promote anyone. I'm here to just learn about the Philippines. I've been doing this since I started the channel and it's not gonna change, okay? And I'm dedicated to always, share my honest opinion on whatever I'm watching and learning and listening to, okay? But I do appreciate your concern. There you go. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Thank you for watching. Subscribe here, and please like the video to show your support and appreciation for my work, and turn on the notification bell to be popped for future content. Yeah.